Good morning and welcome to our January 19th public hearing on comprehensive plan amendments for 2021. Today we are joined by Jason Gaines with our Community Development Agency who will facilitate this hearing. However, before we get into our agenda, I've asked for him to help in providing a description of what our comprehensive plan is. Jason?
All right, thank you, and good morning, Madam Chair. Good morning, Commissioners. This is, as you stated, our annual public hearing process for comprehensive plan amendments, and as many of you know, the comprehensive plan for Cobb County is the policy guidance for future growth and development of Cobb County when it comes to land use patterns and provision of services and the like. We're required by the state to update our comprehensive plan every 5 years when it comes to the work plan portion of it, which are specific action items associated with each chapter of the plan. What we've done here in Cobb County traditionally is updated the plan on an annual basis when it comes to tweaks to the future land use map or text amendments to the comprehensive plan language. It's a public hearing. It's been duly advertised as dictated by state law, and the Planning Commission actually gets an opportunity to weigh in on the comprehensive plan amendment items as well. So everything that you all will hear today has a recommendation from the Planning Commission that was rendered at their public hearing 2 weeks ago on January 5th. So with that, I'll talk a little bit about the process for the hearing and how the hearing is conducted. So we have 3 types of comprehensive plan amendments. We have zoning decisions, commissioner proposals, and staff proposals. The zoning decisions are based on previous zoning actions in which rezoning was approved that didn't align with the future land use plan or the future land use designation on the future land use map. So we bring those items to the board and provide you all the opportunity to either change the future land use designation to match up with the zoning that was granted or to leave it as it is. The commissioner proposals are items that are put to staff by commissioners, but they could come from a variety of sources. They can be from you all respectively. They could be from your constituents. They can come from various places, but mostly those two. And it gives the opportunity to look at an area of the future land use plan or some language within the comprehensive plan document and provides the opportunity to possibly change it or amend it. Then the third type are staff proposals, and staff proposals are generally housekeeping type items. For instance, we have one this year in which we are recommending that we add a small area plan that was completed within the past year to the list that's included within the comprehensive plan document. So little housekeeping items like that are typically what staff proposals consist of. So today we have 10 zoning decisions to consider, 2 commissioner proposals, and 1 staff proposal. And this is how the hearing is conducted. So I will read each item individually into the record. If there is a desire to have further discussion about that item, or if there's someone in the public who would like to speak on that particular item, which you would ask, Madam Chair, we'll pull that item to the side. If none of those factors are at play, we'll go ahead and put that on the other column and just continue down the list. And once we reach the end of that particular list, all the items that were not pulled for additional discussion or public comment would be voted on as one. Then we would go back and hear each item that was pulled for public comment or discussion individually, and then a vote will be rendered on each of those items individually. So we will do that particular process for each of the 3 categories, for zoning decisions, commissioner proposals, and staff proposals. So before I get into it, are there any questions? Okay. All right, so I'll read each item into the record along with the Planning Commission's recommendation from their January 5th public hearing. So our first zoning decision item, ZD1, is in Commission District 4. was based on zoning case Z44 from October 2019. The proposed change to the future land use map is from neighborhood activity center and low-density residential to medium-density residential. The site's located on the northwest side of Nickajack Road, east of Floyd Road, and the Planning Commission's recommendation for this item was approval.
Yes, Commissioner Sheffield, do you have any thing you want to discuss about this item?
No item that I'd like to discuss. Well, let me just ask, the school, is that the Floyd Middle School?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so on the right side, we'll have medium-density residential, and on the left, we have NRC.
Correct.
Okay, no, I'm okay with the Planning Commission's recommendation.
Great, thank you. Is there anyone from the audience that has anything they want to discuss regarding this item? Okay.
Okay. Next item is zoning decision 2 or ZD2, based on, this is in Commission District 3. This is based on case Z66 from December of 2019. The proposed change is from neighborhood activity center to high-density residential. The site's located on the southwest corner of Canton Road at Kensington Drive. The Planning Commission recommended a change. Instead of going to HDR, they've recommended a change to MDR, medium density residential.
Okay.
And I think we have a,
Commissioner Burrow, are you with us? Sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
I was gonna say,
Madam Chair, I'm sorry.
Give us one moment, Commissioner.
I think there's a map that we're showing, that we have in the presentation that shows the proposed change as recommended by the Planning Commission. Yeah, that's it there on the screen right now.
Okay.
Right.
Commissioner Burrow, do you have anything you want to add?
I am agreeable to MDR rather than HDR. So do we need to do a hearing for that? We'll need to hear that, correct? Because it's proposed as HDR.
Well, all of these items are being heard in the same manner.
Okay.
If you are in agreement with the Planning Commission's recommendation, you don't necessarily have to pull it for discussion.
Okay, but
Go ahead, Commissioner. I think I know what you're asking. Go ahead.
yeah, I just want to make sure, because it's proposed as HDR and I'm agreeable and they have recommended MDR, we still need to ask if there's anyone that, you know, wants to speak or any opposition.
Right, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. Is there anyone in the audience who wants to address this zoning decision? Yes. Is there anyone who's, as Commissioner Gamble inquired, if we have anyone online? Do we have anyone online for this hearing today? No? Okay. Okay, so we'll add that to consent.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you,
Thank you.
Commissioner.
Next item is ZD3. This is in Commission District 4. It's based on case Z18 from February of 2020. The proposed changes from neighborhood activity center to high-density residential. The site is located on the south side of Old Powder Springs Road, west of Dunn Road. And the recommendation from the Planning Commission is approval with the following text amendment, that the density be capped at 8 units per acre, and that these are individual units for sale units for ownership.
Okay. Commissioner Sheffield, do you have anything you want to discuss?
No, I don't have anything to discuss on this particular,
Okay, and you're okay with the Planning Commission's recommendation?
I am.
Okay. Is there anyone from the audience here for this matter? Okay.
Okay. Next case is ZD4. This is located in Commission District 1. This is based on zoning case Z31 from June of 2020. The proposed change is from Neighborhood Activity Center to low-density residential. The site is located on the southeast side of Austell Road, north of the southernmost intersection of Austell Circle. The Planning Commission's recommendation for this item is denial.
Okay. Commissioner Gambrill?
I agree with that recommendation.
All right, thank you. Anyone from the audience here for that? Okay.
Next case is ZD5. This is in Commission District 3. It's based on case Z34 from June of 2020. The proposed change is from industrial compatible to industrial. The site's located on the northeast side of Dixie Drive, northwest of Homer Corn Road. And the Planning Commission's recommendation is approval.
Commissioner Burrow?
Yes, I'm good with that.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Next case is ZD.
Sorry, I didn't ask if anyone from the audience. Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Next case is ZD6. This is located in Commission District 2, based on case Z24 from July of 2020. The proposed change is from Neighborhood Activity Center and Medium Density Residential to Community Activity Center. We're located on the southwest of the intersection of Cumberland Parkway at Atlanta Road. The Planning Commission's recommendation for this item is approval.
Okay, I see approval with changes.
Yeah.
One second, ma'am.
Yeah, this was not an approval.
Yeah, there were some changes to this one, and I apologize for that. Hold on one second. All right, so the recommendation from the Planning Commission on ZD6 was not straight approval. It was an approval, but it was to all Neighborhood Activity Center as opposed to all Community Activity Center. So
Correct.
a lower intensity commercial category of NAC.
Okay.
Yeah, that is
Commissioner
what I
Richardson?
have, that's what I have in my notes. Yeah, I didn't have an issue with
All
that.
right, okay, great. Anyone here from the audience for that? Okay, thank you.
All right, ZD7 is in Commission District 2. It's based on case Z33 from August of 2020. The proposed change is with the regional activity subcategories. We're going from RAC with the retail services subcategory to RAC with high-density residential subcategory. The site is located on the north side of Windy Ridge Parkway, east of Cobb Parkway. The Planning Commission recommended actually to hold this item until next year when staff completes the 5-year update to the comprehensive plan.
I was fine with this.
Okay, thank you. Anyone from the audience? Okay. Thank you.
Next is ZD8, also in Commission District 2. This is based on case Z38 from August of 2020. The proposed change is from Neighborhood Activity Center to Community Activity Center, located on the west side of Atlanta Road, north of Cumberland Parkway, and east of Cooper Lake Road. Planning Commission's recommendation is denial.
All right, and Commissioner Richardson?
I appreciated the recommendation and the thought that went behind it. Yes.
All right, thank you. Anyone here from the audience for that matter? Okay.
Next is ZD9, located in Commission District 4. This is based on case Z62 from 2019, which was voted on by the board in September of 2020. The proposed changes from Community Activity Center and Low-Density Residential to Medium-Density Residential and Community Activity Center. The site's located on the west side of Mableton Parkway, the southwest of Old Powder Springs Road, north side of Boggs Road, the north side of Patricia Lane, and on the north side of Lynn Circle, on the east and west sides of Milam Drive, on the south side of Sunset Boulevard, and on the east and west sides of Gloria Circle. The Planning Commission's recommendation for this item was approval of MDR and NAC, and then LDR for all parcels west of the ones that directly front on Mapleton Parkway. And we do have an alternative map that kind of breaks down what the Planning Commission recommended there, and I think it's on the next slide. Can we go to the next slide and see if it's there? Yes. All right. As you can see from there, it pretty much puts low-density residential back off of Mapleton Parkway, so to the west. It's just pretty much keeping in character with the existing neighborhood.
Okay. Commissioner Sheffield?
I approve or agree with plan recommendation,
All
Planning
right.
Commission recommendation.
Thank you. Anyone from the audience? Okay, Commissioner Gambrill has a question.
Jason, help me remember, because I think that whole parcel was rezoned, correct, for residential?
It was it wasn't rezoned for residential, it was rezoned for, I don't remember the category it went to, but it's for a mixed-use development.
Planned Village.
The PVC?
Mhm.
Okay. I was just surprised that we were leaving that little portion of a CAC in there, if we were making the change. Why we just didn't change it all to, because originally it changed it to a CAC, and now I see on here we've got it as a NAC. But if we're changing it to MDR, why not make the whole piece MDR?
There's been a lot of discussion with the community and with the Planning Commission for this one, and they perceive that this would be the best way moving forward. I do know it going from CAC to a NAC does decrease the intensity of development that could occur at that intersection, which is actually goes to a residential area.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be my suggestion that I'm no longer the district commissioner. I'm only
Right.
speaking from my experience with the case and conversations. But Commissioner Sheffield, I would recommend reducing that intensity of potential development there. And you're familiar with that street that it goes towards the residential community.
Right, yes, I am.
Yeah.
You know, apparently this was discussed obviously before I arrived, and I would imagine you guys had some intensive discussion about it. But I am familiar with the area and those desires of the people that live in that community, including myself. And with that, I will continue to move forward with staff recommendation, with the Planning Commissioner's recommendation.
Thank you. Is there anyone here from the audience regarding this matter? Okay.
Okay, and our final
Oh,
zoning.
and I'm sorry, I don't know if we, I'm sorry, let me back up. I don't know if we specifically addressed the commercial piece.
No.
Yes. This is a mixed use, and they will be developing that particular corner commercially. So you may not be able to remember the specific zoning. It was very unique where they'll have a mixture of housing, and there they'll have, it's like a food court.
A food court,
Similar to
a
what we have here in
brewery.
Marietta. So they wanted to reduce the potential development of scale there, however, provide that amenity for that community right there. So that's not anticipated to go residential. Yeah.
Right, but I also understand that whole parcel was zone site plan specific. So that's where it's like, okay, we're looking at what we're going to consider that whole parcel in the future, which was MDR. So it's not like they can now carve out those few parcels and rezone it to something else that would be appropriate in a NAC. Because again, it's a site plan specific, it's a whole development. And to me, this is saying, oh, well, if you want to split this out in the future, we'll allow this, where it's tied to a site plan.
Yeah, I believe, I'd have to go back to the prior zoning, but the way it was drafted, that site isn't residential. It was zoned to facilitate that commercial use, which couldn't be facilitated in I can't see how we would zone it to facilitate a commercial use within a residential zoning category. However, I would share that this is a guide. This is not necessarily indicating what needs to occur, but should redevelopment of that site occur, it does provide notification through the comprehensive plan that this is to remain a NAC development and not be a MDR site.
Okay.
Jason, do you have any?
I don't have anything to add. I think that sums it up pretty well.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, are we ready to move on? Okay. All right, our final zoning decision item for this morning is ZD10. It's located in Commission District 2. It's based on case Z42 from September of 2020. The proposed change is to the subcategories of the Regional Activity Center. So we propose from RAC, retail services, to RAC office. The site is located on the south side of Cobb Parkway, north side of Cumberland Boulevard, and the west side of Acres Mill Road. The Planning Commission's recommendation is approval.
No issue. Agreed.
Thank you, Commissioner. Anyone from the audience? Okay.
Okay, so we didn't have any items pulled for public hearing or public comment or additional discussion, so you have the opportunity to vote on ZD items 1 through 10 in one block.
Thank you, Jason. I move that we approve the zoning decisions per recommendation of the Planning Commission with approval of ZD1, ZD5, ZD10, approval with changes to ZD2, ZD3, ZD6, and ZD9, with a recommendation for hold of ZD7, with the hold for ZD7 and with denial of ZD4 and ZD8. Does anyone have a second? Thank you. Yes, Commissioner Burrow, I see you.
I was just trying to second.
Oh,
I
okay.
think we got-
All right, thank you. Is there any additional discussion? Okay. All in favor of moving forward with the recommendations of the Planning Commission as stated, please raise your hand. Is there any, so that passes 5-0. And next we'll move on to Commissioner proposals.
Okay, as I previously mentioned, we have 2 commissioner proposal items. Both are located in Commission District 4. The first is CP41, which is a proposed change from Neighborhood Activity Center to medium-density residential. This is for a site located on the south side of Windy Hill Road and on the east side of Sandtown Road. The Planning Commission's recommendations for approval.
Commissioner Sheffield?
Yeah, I approve the Planning Commission's recommendations.
Thank you. Anyone from the audience? All right.
Okay. Next item is CP42. Proposed change is from Community Activity Center to Neighborhood Activity Center for a site located on multiple parcels located on the west side of Mapleton Parkway, south of Old Alabama Road, and north of Old Powder Springs Road. The Planning Commission's recommendation is for approval.
I have a question regarding this one. It says that there are 14 parcels, but I only counted 13. Am I missing something here?
My understanding was 14 parcels as well. We may have.
I mean, there's a small slither on the south side of that building. I'm not sure if that's a parcel, but I only counted 14.
I see, yes, there is a very small sliver.
Slither, okay,
Yeah,
that's,
mhm.
okay.
It almost looks like it's a buffer.
Right,
Yeah.
okay, all right, so there is 14.
Yeah.
No, that's okay, then I approve the Planning Commission's recommendation. Yeah, okay, that's it right there.
Yeah,
All right, thank you.
okay.
Okay, thank you.
Wonder who's gonna, look forward to selling that piece of real estate there.
Well, I have a bridge to sell them, so.
Is there anyone from the audience regarding this? Okay.
Okay, neither of the items were pulled for discussion, so you all have the opportunity to vote on the commissioner proposal items as one block.
All right, great. I move that we support the Planning Commission's recommendations to approve CP 4-1 and to approve with changes CP 4-2. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Any discussion? All in favor? All right, motion passes 5-0.
All right, and our final item category is staff proposals, and as I mentioned, we have one staff proposal item, SP1, it's located in Commission District 2. This is, again, not a future land use change, but an update to the list of supplemental studies that is contained within the comprehensive plan document. And this item particularly pertains to the addition of the Johnson Ferry Shaliford Master Plan to the list of supplemental studies. The plan was adopted by the Board of Commissioners this past fall. Planning Commission's recommendation for that item is approval.
Commissioner Richardson?
Yes, I'm in agreement with this, and so is the community.
All right, thank you. Is there anyone here to discuss? All right, I move that we support the Planning Commission, the staff proposal 1 as presented. Is there a second? Second, all right, any discussion? All right. Can we have a show of hands of who's in favor? All right, so the motion passes 5-0.
All right, Madam Chair, that is all that we have for you this year with comprehensive plan amendments. And I thank you all for your time this morning.
Thank you. Thank you for yours.
All right.
Yep, everyone have a good rest of your day. Thanks, Commissioner Burrow, for joining this morning.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that is the first time we